Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Let's welcome folk singer Michael Jonathan.
Hey Kevin, we're 10 seconds from 60 seconds. The WoodSongs broadcast has a very unique history. Here's a brief overview. It started out on a Monday evening. It was in Kevin Johnson's little recording studio called Planet 3. It was off Broadway in Lexington. About 18 folks could attend on a Monday evening sitting on pillows, and we would bribe them to come with homemade cookies and apple cider. We soon outgrew that studio. We moved to a larger one off Green Street in Versailles, and about 75 folks could fill that. Well, it filled up 6 weeks in a row, so we decided to move to the Farris Theater inside the Lexington Public Library. We thought this theater was big as an arena at the time, but it filled up 57 weeks in a row. So then it came time to leave the Central Library, and we went to the Kentucky Theater. When we started it back then, the idea that we'd be in a beautiful theater like the Kentucky Theater doing 500 shows with a major star was not on the plate at the time. It seemed like we needed something to put on that stage to fill it up. We needed our logo up there, but I didn't want a poster or some cheap-looking banner. We needed a massive, seen-to-be-remembered, three-dimensional logo. I wanted that sign hitting you in the face when you walked into the theater, one of a kind and permanently emblazoned in your memory whenever you think of WoodSongs. It needed to be earthy, colorful, and it needed to be big. After almost 10 years of making the Kentucky Theater our home, we were invited to move to the even larger stage of the 500-seat Lyric Theater, which is now our permanent venue. The WoodSong sign is invaluable to the way we brand our show. It's like having a multi-million-dollar ad campaign. Artists, managers, record labels, and public relations firms post pictures of those artists on the broadcast stage under the WoodSong sign, and sometimes they go viral with millions of views all over the world, all advertising WoodSongs coming from Lexington, Kentucky.
You know, you come from a state government legal background. So what is your opinion of all of this?
I go back to the wisest person who ever lived, Solomon, who said, "A happy heart doeth good." So we know that laughter is the world's greatest therapy, I think. And you have to laugh a lot when you look at government. I'll share this quick story with you. Years ago in Frankfurt, they were going to build a small fountain in front of one of the state office buildings. And they advertised for bids. And the administrator who was going to award the contract called in the three lowest bidders. And he said to the bidder from Western Kentucky, "How much to build this fountain?" He said, $3,000. He said, "Break it down. 1,000 for the men, 1,000 for me, and 1,000 for materials." He said, "Step outside." Said to the contractor from Northern Kentucky, "How much to build this fountain?" He said, $6,000. He said, "Break it down." He said, 2,000 for the men, 2,000 for materials, 2,000 for me. He said, "Step outside." Said to the contractor from Frankfurt, who I think had one time been a lobbyist, and he said, "How much to build this fountain?" He said, $9,000. He said, "Break it down." The contractor said, $3,000 for you, $3,000 for me, and we give the job to the contractor from Western Kentucky.